Hi, my name is Sadiq Musa. Kingston University is founded 1899. It comprises of four campuses: Penryn Road, Kingston Hill, Knight Park, and Roehampton Vale. In 2015, Kingston enrolled 22,000 students and it has 2,500 members of staff. Kingston University has an annual budget of £203 million annually, and it has the largest employers which contribute £500 million to the local economy.
Penryn Road campus is made up of 17 buildings, including the John Goldsworthy Building, the Scientific Laboratories, the Health and Fitness Centre, the Canteen, and the Student Union. It is the main campus of the university, located in the heart of Kingston. The business and law schools are housed at the Kingston Hill campus, which underwent a major redevelopment in 1997. It has its own halls of residence and car parks. The Knights Hill campus is located close to Penryn Road, on the banks of the Hogsmill River, and it's the home of the art, design and architecture schools, while Roehampton Vale is situated on the outskirts of Kingston, housing the engineering school.
Such extensive university facilities will propose a major facilities management challenge. In this report, we will give an overview of main legislation and we will examine three major risks to the university's brand image: occupiers' liability, disability discrimination, and the risk from Legionella bacteria.
There is a vast array of laws and regulations relating to the operations of commercial premises. These range from planning compliance to fire risk assessment, food safety, and corporate manslaughter. There is a duty of care owed by employers to their employees to reduce accidents and injuries in the workplace by identifying and mitigating potential risks. Secondary regulations under the Health and Safety at Work Act cover many aspects of liability for facilities management. The 1990 Environmental Protection Act legislated the appropriate disposal of waste. Breaches of this act can result in unlimited fines or even imprisonment.
Equality, access, and opportunity for disabled people was legislated under 2010 Equality Act. The Act protects against direct and indirect discrimination, harassment, and victimization of disabled people. The Equality Act introduces the concept of discrimination arising from disability and applies the detriment model to victimization protection, which aligns with employment law, making it more difficult to unfairly screen out disabled people applying for jobs. The Act also applies to discrimination on grounds of age, race, and sex. Some of the university buildings, like Kenry House, don't provide a suitable environment for disabled people, which could make Kingston University criminally liable under the Equality Act.
Thank you, Sadiq. Occupational liability originated in common law but is now covered by two major acts of legislation: the 1957 and the 1984 Act. The 1957 Act implies an obligation of occupiers with regard to lawful visitors. It's covered by four main points. Landowners may transfer a duty of power to others, hence the term occupier rather than owner. There must be a distinct form of negligence in that there must be a duty of care, a breach of duty causing damage. Ensure action is taken to ensure the safety of visitors. And finally, an occupier can be a person, a company, an organisation or a partnership, which is vital when we're talking about Kingston University. The 1984 Act was introduced to cover the rights of trespassers onto the landowner's land. Therefore, the owner owes a duty of care to another if they know of any danger or have reasonable grounds to believe that it exists. To know of any danger or have reasonable grounds to believe someone is in that danger. Finally, they must be reasonably expected to offer the other some protection. To sum up both these acts, the duty is to take such care as is reasonable in all circumstances of the case to see that the other does not suffer injury in the premises by reason of danger concerned. There are three defences for a landlord: consent of the visitor, contributory negligence, or exclusion of liability. The landlord can be negligent for three reasons as well: through action or omission, through damage or personal injury caused, or if the tenant can establish the landlord owed a duty of care.
The risk of infection by Legionella bacteria through infected water supplies poses a major biological hazard, and its risk must be assessed and mitigated by all facilities managers. The Legionella bacteria can grow in water cooling towers, water circulation systems, swimming pools, humidifier equipment, and air conditioning condensers, just like this one. If infected, water supplies are converted into airborne vapor. The bacteria can be inhaled by passers-by. Inhalation can lead to Legionnaire's disease, a form of bacterial pneumonia which can be fatal. Inhalation can also cause the less harmful Pontiac fever. The disease was first identified after an outbreak in 1976 at a meeting of the American Legion, from which it takes its name. Criminal liability for this terrible biological hazard is legislated under the 1974 Health and Safety at Work Act, and punishment for a conviction under this act range from fines to penal sentences. Specific provisions for protection against biological hazards are also included in both the management of health and safety at work regulations and the control of substances hazardous to health regulations.